in today's video, we're diving into the world of Squarespace templates and figuring out which one might be the best fit for your business. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and if you've ever opened the Squarespace template library, scrolled through all the thumbnails and thought, where do I even begin? This video is for you. The truth is, the template you choose sets the foundation for your entire site. It influences how your brand looks, how your content flows, and even how easy it is for visitors to take action. So today, we're going to break it down in simple terms, what makes Squarespace templates unique, some of the most popular categories, and how to choose one without getting stuck in endless comparisons. Let's get into it. So first off, why templates actually matter. Your website is more than just a digital business card. For most people, it's their first impression of you. The way your site is laid out, the images, the fonts, the flow, all of it affects how professional and trustworthy you seem. Think about it this way. A handmade jewelry shop needs big, beautiful product photos. A nonprofit needs a clear donation button at the top of a page. A photographer needs a gallery that loads fast and looks sharp on mobile. If you start with a template designed for your type of business, you'll save time, avoid frustration, and just spend less effort trying to bend the design into something it wasn't built for. What Squarespace templates are like. So Squarespace is known for its clean, modern aesthetic. Templates are structured, which means you can't drag things anywhere like you can in some builders, but that's actually a really good thing for some people. The structure keeps your site balanced and consistent across all devices. Every template is free and they're all built on the same engine. That means no matter which one you pick, you'll have access to the same features, including e-commerce, blogging, scheduling, and customization. The difference lies in the starting layouts. Some open with a big hero image and call to action. Others lean towards grids or split layouts. Choosing the right one gives you a head start that matches your goals. Now, let's dive into some of the popular categories. If you want to follow along, I'm going to be showing you each of these templates. We do have an exclusive link down in the description below. And if you do end up getting signed up with Squarespace, we do have a 10% discount code for you, which is my first website. So just make sure you're using that if you do end up signing up. Now, the first template we're going to look at is a nonprofit template. If you're running a nonprofit, a fundraiser, or a cause-driven project, you'll want a template that makes it easy for people to understand your mission and support it. So if you click the link down in the description below, you can click Get Started. Then you'll be able to log in and create an account. Once you are logged in, you can just click Create New Website, and then you'll get brought to all of these templates. So you can filter over here if you would like. Right here, it says Community and Nonprofit. So the first one that I wanted to show you is called Benny, and Benny is a strong option for camps, programs, or community groups. The homepage layout starts with a large immersive banner where you can feature your name, tagline, or a powerful photo. Below that, you'll find sections for programs, events, and contact info, all organized in a way that makes it easy for families or supporters to get the details they need quickly. Benny also comes with a built-in navigation for things like schedules and registration, which just makes it especially helpful for seasonal programs or nonprofits that run events. So here you can kind of see what it looks like. And again, I always recommend when it comes to choosing a template, make sure you like the layout and the functionality, because you can change the color and the fonts and everything else very, very easily. But it's the structure that's the more challenging part to actually change. So just make sure you're being cautious of that when you're choosing a template. The next nonprofit template is Sprouts. So Sprouts is geared towards youth sports and activity-based organizations. The homepage highlights big welcoming images and bold text, making the site feel energetic and approachable. It's great if your nonprofit is focused on community engagement, kids activities, or athletics. The structure encourages you to share your mission alongside calls to action like signing up, donating, or joining a program. Because the design is simple and friendly, visitors immediately understand what you do and how to get involved. So again, as you can see, it's got this big hero right here. You've got an About Us section right here. Again, just more images, kind of different programs. Okay, and of course you can customize all of this, but again, it's really important to start with a template that is going to make your life easier to design. You don't want to choose a template and then have to start redesigning the whole entire thing. So those are the two nonprofit templates that I would recommend. Now we're going to move on to e-commerce templates. If you're selling products online, your website needs to do more than just look good. It has to make shopping easy while reflecting your brand's personality. Squarespace has templates that cover both ends of the spectrum, playful and bold, or clean and sophisticated. So the first one we're going to talk about is Menoru. This one is bright and fun. So this one is perfect if your brand has playful, creative, or youth-oriented vibe. Designs use bold colors, oversized text, and fun layouts that instantly grab attention. It's a really great choice for businesses selling products to younger audiences, whether that's apparel, accessories, or even digital products like courses or workshops. What makes Menoru work well for e-commerce is the way it keeps things simple. Big product images, easy to read buttons, and straightforward navigation. It gives your store a sense of personality without overwhelming your shoppers. If you want your site to feel energetic and approachable, Menoru is a strong option. Okay, so as you can see, it's already got the e-commerce built into it. It has a shopping cart right here. Again, it's just fun and bright and bold. And of course, you can change all of these, but again, you want to make your life easier, not harder, by finding a template that is closer to the look and vibe and feel and functionality, of course, that you're going for. The next one we're going to talk about is Celine. So Celine takes the opposite approach. So instead of bright colors and playful text, it leans into neutral tones, elegant typography, and a spacious layout. This template works well if you're aiming for a high-end or luxury feel. Think home goods, boutique fashion, or professional services with a store component. The product pages in Celine are clean and polished, which lets your items shine without distractions. The overall flow is calm and refined, which makes it easy for visitors to browse and purchase without feeling rushed. If your brand message is all about quality, simplicity, and sophistication, Celine provides the perfect foundation. So as you can see, they do have services, gallery, story, and contact. There's not a direct purchase button, and maybe with more luxury type of products or services, maybe you don't necessarily have an immediate way to purchase. There's also so many other luxury style templates in here that do already have that built-in e-commerce. You of course can add it directly onto here too with Squarespace. So even Zatara is a bit more elegant, right? Obviously it has bright colors, but you can immediately change the colors to be a bit more neutral if you wanted to. Next, we're going to talk about portfolio templates. So if you're creative, whether that's an artist, designer, or maker, you need a site that shows your work front and center. Squarespace has portfolio templates that give you the space without making things complicated. Let's look at two very different options. Number one is Sacket. So Sacket is a great fit if your work is rooted in craftsmanship or tradition. The design is clean and minimal with lots of white space and room for big, striking images. Instead of overwhelming visitors with flashy effects, this template really focuses on your products as the main feature. That makes it perfect for artisans, woodworkers, or anyone who wants their portfolio to feel timeless and professional. The storytelling aspect is strong too. You can pair photos with thoughtful descriptions that really highlight your process and values. So as you can see, again, very clean. It's making the work and the pictures the main part of the website, not necessarily, all the different movement and different effects on the website itself. It's very simple and straightforward, but it really makes the pictures and images pop. Next is Kester. So Kester takes a completely different approach. It's bold, it's straightforward, and it puts your visuals right up front. It's very simple too. The grid layout makes it easy to showcase a lot of work at once, which is ideal for illustrators, graphic designers, or anyone with a large collection to display. The typography is very strong and the layout is simple, and the whole design just feels modern and approachable. If you want your portfolio to feel fresh and creative, Kester is definitely a solid choice. Again, it's very simple, and depending on who your audience, can really cater to a very specific audience. So just make sure you're keeping that in mind when you're choosing a template. Together, these two templates show how flexible Squarespace can be, whether you want something classic and understated or modern and edgy. You'll find a portfolio style that fits your work. Next, we're going to talk about blog templates. So if your main goal is to share content, whether that's personal stories, professional advice, or lifestyle tips, Squarespace has templates that make your writing shine while keeping everything easy to read. The first one we're going to look at is McCurry. So McCurry is a striking template with large typography and strong visuals. It feels like a digital magazine, which makes it perfect for bloggers who want their content to feel polished and more editorial. The layout puts emphasis on headlines and featured images, so each post feels important and engaging. If you're a writer, style blogger, or anyone who wants your words to feel as impactful as your visuals, McCurry delivers a confident, modern look. I personally love this one. It's one of my favorites. I just love how simple it is. So the focus is really on the images, but it's also very, kind of like I said, magazine editorial. So this is definitely one of my favorites. The next blog we're going to look at is Meridian. So this is warm and inviting. So Meridian takes a softer approach. The design design just feels approachable and personal with the warm color tones and balanced mix of images and text. It really works well for coaches, lifestyle bloggers, or anyone who wants their site to feel like a conversation with the reader. The homepage can highlight different categories like family, work, or personal growth, so visitors can explore the topics that matter to them most. If you want your blog to feel personal and human, Meridian is definitely a great option. Again, just the colors are really great here. It doesn't have a blog specifically built in, but you can go ahead and add one really, really easily. Even here, this is almost like a blog layout. If you don't have a podcast, you can just swap this for a blog. And lastly, we're going to talk about service business templates. So if you're running a coaching business or a consulting practice or a wellness service, Squarespace has templates designed to highlight what you offer in a clear, approachable way. Let's look at two examples that showcase very different vibes. So the first one we're going to look at is Noll, and Noll is perfect for service providers who want to feel approachable and fun. The design uses bold, playful typography and bright colors that immediately grab attention right at the top. You can clearly display who you are, what you offer, which makes it easier for visitors to understand your services at a glance. It also includes sections for your stories, service descriptions, and even call to actions like book now or get in touch. This template works well if your brand leans on personality and energy and a welcoming vibe. It's great for nutritionists, life coaches, or creative service providers who want to feel relatable. So again, as you can see, this specific one is a nutritionist one, but you can adapt it to be whatever it is that you would like. And then the last template we're going to touch on is Myra. So this is more on the opposite end, and it's all about professionalism and calm authority. With darker tones and a minimalistic layout, it really communicates expertise and trust. The homepage usually starts with a headline statement, strong imagery, kind of setting the tone of confidence. And then below that, you'll find space for services, client testimonials, and ways to book directly. It's ideal for consultants, wellness coaches, or anyone in the field where clients need to feel they're working with a credible and knowledgeable professional. So as you can see, it has about, services, coaching, recipes, contact, etc. So again, same nutritionist vibe, but completely different feel of the website. Both of these templates do a great job of structuring your content so visitors know exactly what to do and how to work with you, whether you want to feel warm and inviting like Noll or polished and authoritative like Myra. Squarespace gives you the flexibility to present your services in a way that best matches your brand. Customizing with Fluid Engine. So picking a template isn't the end, it's the starting point. Squarespace's Fluid Engine lets you move, resize, and rearrange blocks without coding. If you want to drop a testimonial slider under your service or a gallery line in the middle of your about page, just drag and drop. You also have full control over fonts, colors, and buttons. I would recommend sticking to 2 fonts, one for the headlines, one for the body, and a simple color palette so your site feels cohesive. Now, let's talk about some tips for choosing the right template. It gets really easy to just get stuck and overthink everything. So here are a few ways to make the decision easier. First off, start with your goals. If you're selling products, pick a commerce template. If you're showing off your work, choose a portfolio layout. If you're writing, pick a blog. Next is to think about your audience. Younger audiences might like bold visuals, while professional clients often prefer something straightforward and clean. Next is to match your content. If you have lots of projects, pick a gallery-heavy template. If you only have a few services, a simple modern layout works just fine. Next is to plan for growth. Even if you're not selling yet, consider a template that supports commerce or blogging so you have room to expand later. And lastly, go with your gut. If a template really inspires you and you can imagine your content in it, that's usually the right choice. Lastly, here are some best practices when using templates. Once you pick your template, keep these best practices in mind. Replace stock content quickly. Templates look amazing with demo photos, but your brand will only shine when you swap them with your own. Even temporary stock images are better if they're closer to your niche. Next is to keep navigation simple. Aim for 5 to 7 items in your main menu. Visitors should never feel lost. Clear labels like about, shop, or content always work best. Next is to stay consistent. Use the same fonts, colors, and buttons styles across your site. Consistency builds trust and makes your brand more recognizable. And lastly, always check on mobile. Most visitors will view your site on their phone. Use the preview tool and make sure text is easy to read and buttons are easy to tap. Before we wrap up, I just wanted to touch on the different plans and pricing options so you're aware of what that looks like in Squarespace. So they've got a couple different options here, and like I said, you can save 10% off with code MyFirstWebsite at checkout, so keep that in mind. They have annual and they have monthly. I'm going to be reviewing the monthly plans, but just know that you can actually save more by paying annually. The basic plan is $25 a month and you get access to build a website with all of their templates. If you are to make it e-commerce related, accepting payments, this is the highest credit credit card fees, and the highest digital content and membership transaction fees. But you can sell products and services, send invoices, and sell content and memberships. Next is the core plan, which is $36 per month. You get everything in the basic plan, but you get Squarespace AI, unlimited contributors. You get things like professional email from Google Workspace. Then the payment rates do go down slightly with some of them. So just make sure you're reading all that. Then you get extra stuff like sales funnel analytics, professional shipping and tax services, and more. Then the plus plan is $56 per month. You get everything in the core plan, but the payments and fees do go down. So it goes from 2.9% to 2.7%. The online store transaction fee is 0%, and the digital content and memberships goes down to 1%. Lastly is the advanced, which is $139 per month. With this plan, you get everything in the plus plan, but again, the payments do go down. So 2.5% plus 30 cents. The credit card rates starting at 2.5% plus 30 cents. And then the online store transaction fee and digital content and membership fee goes down to 0. But again, especially if you are planning to sell digital content and memberships, just make sure you're looking at this with your plan, because 7%, 5%, that can really add up over time. But what you could always do is start with the basic plan and then increase from there as you gain more traction and end up selling more in turn and as your business grows. So again, make sure you're finding the plan that fits your needs. That wraps up this video. Choosing a Squarespace template is less about picking the perfect one and more about picking a strong starting point. Whether you're running a nonprofit, launching an online store, showing off your art, writing a blog, or offering services, there's a template designed with you in mind. The most important thing is to match your template to your goals. Fill it with strong content and then customize it so it feels like yours. If you're ready to get started with Squarespace, we do have that exclusive link down in the description below, and you can save 10% at checkout using code MyFirstWebsite. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. It really just helps us to continue to create free tutorials just like this. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. This channel is dedicated to helping you build your first website step by step with beginner-friendly guides. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And of course, leave any comments or questions below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.